Before I turned 40, I already was a billionaire. 2018, I was kidnapped. I was a bad member of parliament. Hi, Brut. My name is Mo. I'm from Tanzania. First lesson 101, that any child that is born in the African continent has an equal opportunity to become a billionaire just like myself. Doesn't matter where you're from, what country you're born in, as long as you work hard and you have an ambition, you have a chance to make it. Of course, there's many variables. You need to have the idea that you can potentially scale. You need to have capital. You need to have feasibilities. And in the end, you need to build a proper organization in terms of internal audit, in terms of marketing, in terms of finance, etc., etc. So to run a business, you need to have many variables. But the first principal variable is the need and the want to do it. My father at that time used to do a trading business, so he used to do an import-export business, and he used to import commodities and export commodities. He used to do about a $30-odd million revenue business. When I came back, I realized that Africa needs value addition, Africa needs manufacturing, Africa needs logistics, agriculture, and this is where I saw an opportunity that multinationals like Unilever, Procter & Gamble used to manufacture in other countries and export into Tanzania. So I said, why do not we do the manufacturing in-house? And we ended up doing that and ended up being successful and have cornered the Unilevers and the Procter & Gambles of this world. And I was a member of parliament for 10 years. That a little bit took away attention from my business because I was focusing a little bit more on my constituents and taking development for them. At the same time, I was running business. So I was a bad member of parliament, to answer your question. And why am I saying a bad member of parliament? Because a member of parliament's principal job is to pass legislation. I was not attending parliament as much, and they used to have a list every year, the top 5 least attendees of parliament, and always they had my picture. That was a very embarrassing moment. When you want to contribute in parliament on a legislation, you have to declare your interest. Let's say that I am in a business A, and there's a policy that is going to be passed relating the business A, and I want to contribute, so I would stand up and I say that I'm in this business, and therefore I have insights and I have interests, so I declare my interest. And then I would continue contemplating on what I think the government should do. But because I felt that I was the least contributor in the parliament, if you go historically in the Tanzanian parliament, the 10 years that I was there, every single time I contributed, it was relating to education, healthcare, water. 2018, I was kidnapped at 5 in the morning at the local gym in Dar es Salaam. There was no security concerns in Tanzania at that time. So I drove to the gym. I was just parking right in front of the main door. At that specific time, it was about 5:15 that day, because I like to pray in the morning. Fajr. I got onto the gate and I saw someone behind me, but I thought people were coming into the gym. They walked out, jumped up with guns, shot in the air, pointed at me. I thought they wanted my car. They took me, shoved me in the SUV, and I went to an unknown place for 9 days where I was blindfolded. My arms were tied, my legs were tied. It was one of the most difficult moments of my life. I knew that game is over and I'm dead. That was the conclusion. And I thought I was losing my eyesight. I had lost the sense of time, lost the sense of space. They kept on putting their guns in my head. I think 5 days in, I was also fed up, and I was like, listen, man, you threatened me, let's finish this. But, you know, when God decides and God has a plan, and He's the best of planners. I was very lucky that I came out unharmed. You know, not many countries where rich people get kidnapped. When rich people get kidnapped, people say, you know, maybe he deserves it, or maybe, you know, he was an arrogant guy or whatever. But I can promise you, in my country, Tanzanians, poor people, they were praying for me. You know, the word billionaire doesn't mean anything to me in my life, especially now. I'm turning 50. My next chapter of life is that I want to spend more time doing philanthropy. I've signed the Giving Pledge. Honestly, I don't have much business activity in West Africa, but I foresee Africans as Africans, number one, whether they are from East or the West. If today you have people, young entrepreneurs with great ideas, and they will come and convince me that there is a business that is scalable, that is a good return, I'm very, very interested in co-investing with them in West Africa.